Bitcoin over the past few days has been showing a little bit of weakness. You know what hasn't been? ADA. ADA's actually been starting to show a bit of strength here, and Bitcoin is approaching something that may indicate our reversal that I think people need to be aware about. And this may be where, again, we try to take some steps forward in terms of ADA and try to bounce. So when we look at this ADA chart, we can see that right now we're in the process of actually building a little bit of floor here, which is nice because when we look at the BTC charts, you guys can see the last 5 days have just been red, right? Just constant dropping. In fact, we've fallen down into the high 63K range. So this is a good lesson for people because just because Bitcoin is falling doesn't mean your asset is going to fall or fall exponentially at all, right? So right now, Bitcoin is falling, but ADA is showing strength. Now I have to say this. Right now, we actually are seeing a little bit of a bear pennant forming with ADA. Now, normally this is a bearish formation, but what I have to say is this, is right now, we're so deep down into these charts, it doesn't really matter. Why I say that is we've gotten again to this point where sellers aren't really selling. We're not even being drugged down by the price of BTC right now. So it's more likely, in fact, that we either show stability here or start to bounce. And this is obviously not financial advice. If this was up here, it'd be a completely different story. Now, what is making me think that there is a reversal coming here in terms of BTC? There's two things that Bitcoin likes to do once it gets to some of these ranges. First of all, this 100-day moving average you're seeing here that Bitcoin is sitting on has been great support during this bull market. Okay, we've only breached it once. It was at the bottom basically of our inverse head and shoulders that led to a nice surge here basically in the middle of May. You guys can see breach below it and then boop, we just kind of went up, right? We're sitting on top of this right now. Even looking all the way back here, strong support back here in January. It goes all the way back to basically the very end of the bear market cycle was the last time that we were consistently sitting below here. Now, the big thing that my arrow is pointing to here is our major bounce point in terms of BTC. People for calling for 55K BTC and 50K BTC. I don't know what they're looking at because this is basically our bull market support, okay? This is our 20-week moving average. The history of Bitcoin. Never have we fallen below and closed a candle below this 20-week moving average outside of black swan events. I think people forget this, all right? Only times were 2020, COVID crash, 2021, when China banned crypto, and back in, I think 2016, 2017, Egypt conflict. That was it. Those are the only 3 times ever that this has happened. So this is basically our bounce zone in terms of BTC. If we do breach that 100-day moving average, this 20-week moving average is our big support here. Now, what's interesting about this too is if we, let's say, bounce off of this point, we're actually in the process of creating this huge bull pennant for BTC, indicating our basically next leg, which would come in late July, start of August. Go figure, right? The normal timeline where the market decides to take off. And with that being our point, right, we could see further consolidation from ADA. We may kind of bounce back up. We're really heavily oversold right now. We're in the oversold range. We're not where we should be, right? It wouldn't surprise me if ADA does in fact come back up to this range before we make our step. And it may take till late July. Right now we're getting into late June. We may have like a month more until this whole thing is done. But we're very quickly passing time. These days are passing by faster and faster and faster. We're past the halving. We're into some great times, and we have some big catalysts coming for ADA and the Cardano ecosystem in general, right? That people seem to forget. So this is actually a very exciting time. I'm watching to see if we get down to these levels because this is where I'm looking at very heavily accumulating in the market. I have been accumulating on these dips anyways, but I know that it's going to be go time very, very soon here. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.